What's going on, guys? Check this out. Google is finally fighting back in the AI battle for your attention. ChatGPT, I think I saw an article, it is one of the, if not the fastest growing app ever. Millions and millions of people using it, and it happened so fast. It caught like literal fire to people, and people are just so amazed by it. Google caught attention to this, and they want a piece of the pie too. Google's been, messing around with AI for a long time. I remember they showed off some Lambda stuff years ago, and yeah, they probably feel like, hey, who is this startup taking all the pride in AI? We're gonna have a showing too. They've stepped into the game and they're doing their thing. Google is asking employees to test potential ChatGPT competitors, including a chatbot called Apprentice Bard. I can't make this stuff up, man. These names are so random, these names of things. Apprentice Bard? It feels like someone out there still has these Xbox gamertag generator things, and they just typed in, what are we gonna call Google's ChatGPT? Apprentice Bard. I bet you there is an Apprentice Bard on Xbox Live still with that gamertag who's upset. Or maybe he helped design this Google product. I don't know. But like these names. What? Google is testing ChatGPT-like products that use Lambda technology, according to sources and internal documents acquired by CNBC. So Google, who's been around AI for a long time, is trying to respond with their own product, respond to ChatGPT. What's it going to be? The company is also testing new search page designs that integrate the chat technology. So they got this new technology, AI. They see that ChatGPT is super popular. They're like, hey, this is potentially the future of search on the internet. That's what we do. Let's jam it into our webpage. So they're trying to change a webpage to see how it fits in. That's what they're doing. That makes sense. That's a Google thing to do. More employees have been asked to help test the efforts internally in recent weeks. So they're focusing energy towards it for sure. Google is testing new artificial intelligence powered chat products that are likely to influence the future public product launch. So they're actually going to release something that's a product related to what they're researching here. The Alphabet company is working on a project under its cloud unit called Atlas, which is code red effort to respond to ChatGPT, the large language chatbot that took the public by storm when it launched late last year. I do find it interesting that like Google, Alphabet, they're inviting news reporters, journalists, CNBC into their world, and they're saying, hey, look, write a story on us. We're in code red. We're responding to someone else that made a product that the world likes. Like, I just don't fully understand, why would Google be excited to have stories written about them that says, look, we're catching up to the competitors? Is that a good thing? Google is also testing a chatbot called Apprentice Bard, where employees can ask questions and receive detailed answers similar to ChatGPT. This product test comes after a recent all-hands meeting where employees raised concerns about the company's competitive edge in AI. Again, I don't fully understand. This article is saying employees at Google are concerned about the competition having an edge in AI. Why would Google want this article written? I don't know yet. Google's AI chief, Jeff Dean, told employees at the time that the company has much more reputational risk in providing wrong information and thus is moving more conservatively than small startups. This I can appreciate. This is kind of interesting. They're actually recognizing the fact that, they're Google. They are the internet. They've been around for a long time. They have a lot more reputation at risk than these small startup companies out of San Francisco AI. If Google made a mistake, the media, the public would scrutinize them a lot more thoroughly than this, one startup trying to make noise. So that I can actually appreciate. I actually agree with that. There's a chatbot called Apprentice Bard, which uses Google's conversation technology, Lambda, or language model for dialogue applications. So Lambda is a language model for dialogue. As a result of ChatGPT, the Lambda team has been asked to prioritize working on the response to ChatGPT. In the short term, it takes precedence over other products. The email continued, warning that some employees stop attending certain unrelated meetings. Yeah, you guys are scrambling to catch up. I get it. Apprentice Bard looks similar to ChatGPT. Employees can enter a question in a dialog box and get an answer. Based on several responses viewed by CNBC, Apprentice Bard answers can include recent events, a feature ChatGPT doesn't have yet. To me, this is so huge. I've tried ChatGPT out a little bit, here and there, but I actually got more bored with it more quicker than I thought it would. I watched some content on it, some videos, some text. People were so excited, and the idea of it obviously is so cool. I actually got bored with it more quickly than I thought I would. And to me, it's exactly because of this reason. It's not connected to real world events. You can't talk to it about what happened last week or my videos that went up yesterday. You can't talk about current events or what actually is on the internet yesterday or today. And to me, that is such a huge distinction. So if Google can do that, it would definitely get my attention for sure for a while. Although I'm sure that ChatGPT, if Google made a move, ChatGPT could probably update their database to be more up to date and just kind of compete back and forth. I can see that happening. And one example circulated internally, a tester asked Apprentice Bard if there will be another round of layoffs at Google. The company laid off 12,000 employees, 6% of their workforce, earlier this month. So they're asking the chatbot the hard-hitting questions right away. Are you going to lay off any more employees at Google, do you know anything that no one else knows? According to my database access, it is unlikely for Google to conduct another round of layoffs in 23. Layoffs are generally conducted to reduce costs and structure, but the company is doing well financially. In fact, Google's revenue increased 34% in 2021, and the company's stock price has risen by 70% since January 2022. What? Google, a multi-million billion dollar company, has had a stock price almost double since January 22. Let me see this. Now, unless I'm missing something here. To me, right in the middle here, if you guys can see, it says January 2022, the price is around 137, stock price of GOOG, and today it's 103. I'm no genius, but that is not a 70% increase in stock price, if I'm not mistaken. What am I missing here? Maybe this is a good example of like how Apprentice Bard hasn't got all the kinks worked out yet. He's just spitting information out like it's true. This does not seem true to me. No. Maybe they meant January 23. Going from 88 to 103 is not 70. What? I don't know what's going on. Explain this one. I don't get it. Anyway, the company is also testing an alternative search page that could use a question and answer format according to the designs viewed by CNBC. We have long been focused on developing and deploying AI to improve people's lives, a Google spokesperson said. We believe that AI is foundational and transformative technology that is incredibly useful for individuals, businesses, and communities. And as our AI principles outline, we need to consider the broader societal impacts these innovations can have. So this just outlines to me kind of the big-headedness of Google. They care about the broad, the long-term, the big scale. They're trying to do things right, I think. They're saying things like, transformative technology for individuals, business. Like, they're saying things that make me ring like, oh, they're trying to do it the right way, the slow way. They're not trying to rush it out with some problem, wrong information, etc. ChatGPT would be hired as a level 3 engineer. Amazingly, ChatGPT gets hired at L3. Level 3, when interviewed for a coding position, states one note in an internal document that compares Lambda and ChatGPT. It didn't state whether Lambda would have performed similarly well, so probably not. So it seems like ChatGPT has the edge. It would have got hired as a level 3 engineer. It doesn't even say what Lambda would have got hired as, which means probably not as good. One of the example prompts asks both chatbots if ChatGPT and AlphaCode, a coding engine owned by Alphabet subsidiary DeepMind, are going to replace programmers. Oh, they ask them the hard-hitting questions, don't they? No, ChatGPT and AlphaCode are not going to replace programmers. Programming is a team sport, and that while the chatbots can help programmers work more efficiently, it cannot replace the creativity and artistry that is necessary for a great program. That's a good point. There is an art to coding, and you kind of have to have this creativity. And yeah, I don't think ChatGPT, Lambda, anyone's near quite close taking that human aspect out of coding. I actually agree with them. For now, for the future, who knows, man? Things are getting crazy every single year. So Google is coming. They're coming for your OpenAI. They're going to be in the space at some point, probably this year. They think they're going to release a product. I'm excited for it. If it's connected to live stuff, that just means so much to me. You can have this back and forth with live stuff. That's what matters to me. That's why I'm a tech, news, gaming, current events channel now, right? Because I care about what's going on now. We all do. That's what matters, right? Who wants to talk about stuff going on in 2021? That seems so long ago in internet ages. But I would imagine eventually ChatGPT will probably update their database to be more relevant as well and up to date. And there'll be this back and forth. AI is fighting it out, and we'll see. Google, let's see what you got. Anyway, that's it for the video today. See you in the next one.